Hello everyone, Attack Power here, bringing you Game 2 between YuYu and Mimile in the Division 2 semifinals. Let's dive right in. Alright, here we are folks. We are on Bobr, and on the left here, we have Mimile in the blue. No, excuse me, YuYu in the blue, playing Ryhma Raappana on V for Victory once again. And on the right here, we have Mimile in the red, playing first DFL on Maverick Income. Okay, I gotta tell you, now I'm really excited for this one. I always just assume like Maverick versus V for Victory. How can you possibly survive? You are down 80 points. You are down 800 points. I mean, you're up 200 from A phase, and you're down 800 from, so you're down a net of 600 points. This is going to be nuts. I'm so excited to see this. And the divisions, freaking first DFL, which is a very strong division, versus Ryhma Raappana, which is a really strong division on the right maps. I would not put Bobr as one of the right maps for this division. So I am so pumped to see what YuYu can do with this, because, I mean, this is going to be really cool. Let's zoom in here. YuYu's bringing down some heavy machine guns, a 45 mil, a BA-10, a Yaakari, and a T-26, some Latiles and Takampuya. And then we have some CCs, Latiles, Lahitaruntas, Yaakaris, some more Latiles, and another 45 mil coming down into the center here. More 45 mils, a heavy machine gun, some Latiles, some more CC, and another heavy machine gun. And even further down south, 45 mils, Latile, Yaakari, T-26, some more machine guns, Yaakari, and a BA-10. And then at the very southern point here, we have a Latile, 45 mils, Takampuya, Yaakari, CC, and Rangusti machine gun there. And then up here in the north for Mimile, we have some scout units, we have some M8s, we have a Stuart, we have some a leader in attraction, machine gun here, Legionnaires, some trailers, another machine gun, and the like M8 Scott, basically Obusir, like HE gun, some more Legionnaire, a leader again, some chalks, and an M8 there for the southern middle. And then coming down south, we have some more Stuarts, some more Legionnaires, a leader, a machine gun, and an M8. And finally, all the way down south, we have another one, Ubusirs, a trailer, and some scouts. And now we have the Seafire, whatever, the blanking on the name of it, Spitfire recon plane. If you guys enjoy this content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out that Patreon for all the cool benefits, Discord, and help that we can give you there. All right, so we have a DO-17 as well coming out of YuYu, the recon plane out of this division. Now, the Seafire is a good fighter. It's just low on ammo, but it does put out a lot of damage and can definitely shoot things down. Although the DO-17 has very good resilience, I believe. Yes, it does. But the weapons are jammed now, and if the Seafire gets another run on it, it may go down. And that would be an early loss here for YuYu, and a nice win for Mimile. I mean, the DO-17 isn't like a game breaker thing, you know, it's a recon plane, but it's still a recon plane. Gives a lot of valuable information. A lot of people underestimate how valuable these can be. So the FFI leader gets in position, but only has a machine gun. It does not have AT. Latile will get by. It can definitely kill off that M8. M8 trying to kill off some stuff down up north. YuYu's push is not able to get up on the hill, but he is killing that M19 really quickly with the Takampuya. These things are just disgusting. They really are. BA-10 taking a hit from the M8. Responds, but it is moving. Doesn't look like YuYu. Whoa! Latile, these things are disgusting as well. Nice kill there. Gets killed off by the Legionnaire, though. But it did what it needed to do. It killed the M8 Scott that was holding all this up. Yaakari, though, not so great at this range. Legionnaire is definitely still strong, even at mid-range. The Obusir versus the 45 mil. 45 mil, she'll kill it. Yep, down it goes. There was another one over here as well. Up north, 45 mil on the hill being forced off by the combination of Stuarts and Obusirs M8s here. I do apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I am trying. My French ain't great. All right, let's hear. M8 pushing forward. Both players just so aggressive. 45 mil going after that M8. It doesn't look like Mimile has noticed yet, and he's going to lose it here to the 45 mil. Down it goes. So he's losing a lot of those M8s. Chalk's pushing forward against the Yaakari, and actually the Chalks actually have a good chance against Yaakari, especially when they're triple star versus unvetted. Now Legionnaire pushing forward. Oh my goodness, here comes an I-153 coming after that Obusir here, I assume. but he should have lost sight of it, and he did, so he's off target. He's not going to get it now. Here comes a Wildcat coming to shoot that down. Wildcat's very lightly armed. That's their big issue. They only have 4 50 cals. They're not like the, I want to say P47s where they have 8 50 cals. Now, that does some damage, but 4, a little underwhelming most of the time. Here's a Vekatin, though, but unfortunately, it does not have line of sight. Now, the I-153 does have very bad resilience, so the Wildcat might still be able to take it out, but it didn't even cause smoking after that first run. And unfortunately here, Mimile has flown his Wildcat over this Vekatin, which now spotted him. If he had stayed this way, he could have stayed out of sight. Unfortunately, now that Vekatin... Oh, now there's a second one. Wildcat will almost definitely go down. These Vekatins are actually quite deadly. A fair bit more deadly than regular 20 mils. I kind of wish this is what 20 mils were like, but I guess then all the AA in the game would just be too powerful, to be honest with you. So, things... I don't know. This is tough to say who's winning here. Mimile has a big punch here in the middle going on. YuYu, though, grabbed this flag down here, although I doubt he'll hold it. Mimile making very good use of his leadership, giving his troops a lot of leadership. Lazio going after another one of these Obusirs, and down it goes. Yakari going to kill off that scout. And the only thing coming in here is some trailers and a Legionnaire here for Mimile. I don't know if he just doesn't care. He is just going for it, though. He senses weakness. Yakari, no chance. I mean, the Chokes aren't great at long range, but they at least have a light machine gun. Over here, machine gun pinning down these trailers. I mean, Mile's blunted the southern part of YuYu's push. It's 13-11. And YuYu's got to be very careful. Remember, he has the advantage income right now. And once we get to B phase, the income advantage is overwhelming for Mimile. Here comes a BA-10, though. And there's not much to stop it. The M3A3 here, the Stuart, is on the hill, trying to chase down that Vekatin, I assume. Now, the Vekatin, it does have AP. It can definitely kill that. Here comes a Blenheim, first bomber of the game. And unfortunately, Mimile a little bunched up here. Oh, and he's getting bunchier. Oh, wow, he kept him alive. All right. Vekatin going after that Seafire. Seafire was trying to shoot this down. Now, he's got to be careful. The Seafire does not have a lot of resilience there. Now, Lazio can definitely kill this Stuart. Once that Stuart's killed, even the little bit of armor that, whatchamacallit has, Raappana has, will be enough to take care of these infantry. But the Stuart's staying out of sight there. Fortunately, Legionnaires did not catch sight of that. BA-10 pinning down these infantry. There's nothing to stop it here. Another M8 coming in here. Infantry were able to hold off those Yakari, but that T-26 will go kind of untouched there for a moment. Sherman here. Sherman should do quite well. Those 45 mils, while dangerous, are not... They really can't kill them unless they're killing them from the side. And I haven't seen any of the PaK-38s or the other really good AT gun out of Mimile yet, so... Legionnaires going after this Vekatin. If they I don't want to say they definitely will kill it, because sometimes those 20 mils can be quite dangerous. And I don't know how well a Vekatin does. 15-9, though, for Mimile here. This is pretty bad for YuYu. Oh, but he leaves the side armor open. Mimile leaves the side armor open there for the 45 mil to kill off that Sherman. Big loss there. Vekatin takes a lot of damage, but kills the Legionnaire. Yeah, that's... I kind of thought that might happen. Unfortunately, none of his troops have AT here. The Akadi were able to overwhelm the leftover troops here, the Choks, the one Chok squad in that forest there. I'm not a big fan of pushing here, to be honest with you. It's so hard to support it. Whole bunch of Choks Legionnaires coming in. Oh, sorry, Big Yawn. He really can't do anything about this BA-10. Now, the BA-10 is about to run out of HE, which means it will be a lot less deadly, but a leader goes down up north, and now there's a whole bunch of infantry and stuff in here. One thing to remember about Raappana is your infantry are only 20 points. Like, you're just spending so much less for very dangerous infantry. Like, Legionnaires are 30 points. Now, you're paying 10 more. So you're getting 3 Yakari for each 2 Legionnaires. That's a big deal. BA-10 throwing... Well, I don't know what it's doing, actually. He's trying to throw the satchel charge at it, which will do some damage. It's not that it won't. I just don't think it's going to do enough damage here, especially if it moves and it never goes off. No, he keeps getting out of range. M3 trying to get back on it. Down south, CC killing off these infantry. There's not much here. Here comes that I-153 again, going after the M8, but the Yakari died first, so he probably lost sight of it, I think. Unless the BA-10 still has an eyeball on it. Yeah, he's not blind firing. The M8 moved around. Oh, and he dodges. What a dodge. Here comes some more Sherman. Sherman's is probably the right choice. I-153, perfect for killing off this really light armor here. Chalk's trying to fight these Yakari, but at this range, not good. The Swomies get to fire at 150 meter range, and the Chalk's submachine guns don't fire at that range, so it's a really bad matchup that way. M3 does get a pen on the BA-10. BA-10 will probably get... Oh! Oh, it's so bad. That's just so bad. I-153 coming back in for the Sherman. It's gonna get on target because of the recon plane. Shouldn't kill it, though. These don't usually... Yeah, they don't usually kill medium tanks in one hit. Take a little bit more work than that. Back to a 12-12. YuYu has really turned this around, but remember, he has the income advantage. Technically, Latio goes down here. Technically, Mimile's playing quite well for being at a 20-point disadvantage. Oh, this is exciting already. It's so fun seeing these kind of players play. Chalk's coming in, but they're a little tight. They may get some, you know, they may get some, like, double damage here from the Molotov, but they do manage to dodge. Double Chalk, so able to overrun that Yakari. Not before it did a ton of damage, though. Sherman probably going to go down here now. Second strike. It was a little off target this time, so it missed. Yeah, there we go. Finally, some Bofors. Finally, Mimile. Jeez. Blenheim coming in, going to bomb these Chalks, I assume. I missed where the bombs went. No, I don't see what it bombed, honestly. Chalk's still alive. Take out another Yakari. Legionnaire's in there as well. Legionnaire a little less deadly to these Yakari because they're not throwing Molotovs. I mean, this is technically a Willy Pete, but same idea. Is the Willy Pete better than a Molotov? Let's look really quick. 1.5 damage, rate of fire 3, and suppression 200. 1.5, 200. No, it's the exact same thing. At least appears to be. I think the difference is you do get, I think you get 3 Willy Petes instead of just 2. Like, you only get 2 Molotovs. But I'm not actually sure. We have to see if we can find an and this one has 2, but he probably has thrown one at some point. Bofer's finally in to stop these planes. You gotta at least stop the I-153s. You can't let those do whatever they want. It's one thing if the Blenheims get through, because, you know, they get in and out really quick. It's hard to stop them completely, but you can't let the freaking I-153 with very bad resilience be hanging around. Oh, loses the C-fire. A little unnecessary there from Mimile. Didn't think he needed to do that. Yakari falling back for the Legionnaire, can get in range. Light Torunta also have their own TNT here. His infantry getting broken down. These BA-10s proving invaluable here. Down south, he has closed up this area here, but the CC's pinning down these trailers. Another 40 mil coming in to try to just stop these planes. M8 back in position, can do quite a good bit of work. I think 1,500 meter range on these bad boys. Yeah. So not crazy good, but enough in this position to stop these Yakari on the hill. Immediately falling back. YuYu all over his micro. Sherman in position now has got to be careful, though. These Ratsuvaki do have a AT grenade. Of course, Yakari have Panzerfaust. We are now into phase B. So there's the 40 mil Bofors. Will it be able to take this out? It very well might be able to, along with the 50 cals. There it goes. This is a nice kill. You need to kill these off. They're so efficient for Ryhma. Mimile missing out again on this M8 micro. He's going to lose another one to this 45 mil. He's letting these 45 mils kill off his stuff, and he really should not be. 45 mils are great, but they should not be this deadly. Be perfectly frank. There we go. 45 mil goes down to the Char here, which is a Sherman in disguise. All right, let's see what Mimile can do here. He's got 10 minutes to crush YuYu. Actually, really, he's got more like 15 minutes. Let's be real. It's not like instantly the incomes become equal. It actually will take about... It'll take about a little less than about 8 minutes, 7-8 minutes for the incomes to balance out. So here's a Pack 38 now. So he brought him in B phase. I think they have to be brought in A phase, so I'm not sure why I didn't bring them out earlier, but whatever. Char does go down to the Yakari. Ooh, Mimile, bad loss there. Should have just sat him back a little bit. He could have very much more safely sat there. No need for them to be so close. Needs to get these sappers out. Oh, no. Does get the Panzerfaust off. It's going to get it off again, probably. There he goes. Oh, but he's being forced to move by the Flamers. Yakari does go down. Trailer caught out here. Mimile's still on the back foot. I mean, he's got 2 ticks so far of extra income, which actually should almost equal out, all right? It's 160 points extra, and YuYu's currently up 200 points, so should be equaling out pretty quickly here. Takin Torunta here absolutely can kill off this Char, but luckily for him, the trailer is there. Legionnaire finally coming in, so like some legit infantry now. The M8 here chilling out. Pack 38 in a nice spot to stop any reinforcements. And a big strike. Oh my goodness. Despite his income situation, YuYu is throwing tons of troops down south. I mean, Mimile does not have much here. It doesn't look like YuYu's taking the aggressive route, though. I thought he was just going to push across the bridge there. Kavadi caught out here when their transport died, so they'll take a bunch of damage. Not going to die or anything, though. Let him in. Bofors was pinned down somehow. Kind of missed what did it. Oh, Bofors dies. Oof. The Agcardi was spotting that, so really nice there. Oh, he's got 122 mil howitzer. That makes sense. Wow, what a play there by YuYu. Pinning that AA down and immediately coming with the Blenheim to kill it. More Stuart? I'm not gonna lie, this is a really odd choice, but I'm not hating on Stuart. Stuarts are fine in their situations. But when you're playing against Ryhma Raappana, which has very little AT and most of its AT is very light, I feel like Stuarts are really ineffective weapons because you're turning on all his AT. Like, all of Raappana's AT is suddenly really good if you're using Stuarts. If you're using Shermans, it's very meh. But when you're using Stuarts, it's great. Like, yeah, it just died. Like, a Sherman would not have died to that. This is very, very odd deck building choice there from Mimile. I do not agree with it. I do not agree at all. Again, I understand the appeal of them. I do. But not in this matchup. Like, your Shermans are all really strong. And now he's going to drive troops into this 45. Oh, the Cavalry was still there. Oh, barf. Oh, Mimile, what are you doing? Char did go down. To what? I'm not actually 100% sure. Ataki Torunta must have caught it at some point. Now the T-26 is there. Here comes the little Stuarts. Zippity-doo-dah there. Artillery going after that Bofors. Wow, this thing is getting pretty lucky with his aim. And now we're just driving troops into the Mimile, stop. Stop it. Good lord. Oh my god, lordy, stop. Oh god. What is he doing? Like, you're gonna send 10 troops forward. At least watch them. Good god. And more stupid Stuarts. Finally, a Sherman. He knows he can't get the Seafire through. The Vekatins stop him every time. I mean, maybe down south here. Oh my god. He's letting these 45 mils look like absolute monster super champions. They aren't that good. I mean, I love my 45 mils. Y'all know that, but like, good lord. They should not be like the heroes of the day. Double I-153 up north kills off probably a Sherman. Or one of these Stuarts at least, yeah. Why did Mimile bring all these Stuarts in? You turned on everything. Oh my goodness. Mimile currently has like a 300 point advantage, and look at the difference in troops on the map. Now, I will say, Mimile just threw away at least, I don't know, 100 to 200 points on this hill, driving them into their death for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So I will point that out. I'm not gonna lie, this is not the type play I'm used to seeing from Mimile. This has been very sloppy very many times. And that's coming from me, who's like a slot master. T-26 get a track broken here, and again, not understanding these two. He's letting the T-26s be good. They'd be absolutely useless against Shermans, but like, he keeps sending these light armored units to brawl with anti-light armored units. Like, you want nothing more than to kill a Stuart with one of these. You spend 15 points on this. You kill a 30-point Stuart. You've just uptraded 2 to 1. It makes no sense. No sense at all. 14-10 to YuYu. I am in absolute shock right now. Only 3 minutes left to Maverick. I mean, Mimile came into B-Face here like, you know, he was doing pretty well. He was flag advantage, even got a 15-9 for a bit in A phase. I mean, he was doing pretty hot. And things have just disintegrated. JU-88 now misses its bombing strike. I don't know, it usually drops the bombs anyway. Sapporo's gonna get caught out here by that BAF-10, whatever, see it. It's a BA-10. Sherman finally on the hill, good lord. See, how hard was that? Like, why didn't you do that forever ago? The combo M8 and M4 should do alright. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Mimile, stop it. Finally make it. This is where Mimile should have pushed here at the beginning. I mean, he only has, I mean, YuYu only has so much open ground stuff. And while DFL is not a long-range division, it does have the howitzers, it does, you know, it's got some stuff. It's not completely useless at long range. Not like Ryhma is. Here comes those I-153s, he's failed to kill it. Oh, oh. Oh my goodness. Hard to watch. Oh, that Latiel still didn't die, and these light armor are sitting right in front of it. These Latiels are so deadly. Oh my god, he needs to target. What is he doing? No! Okay, find the Wildcats there. I'll buy that one. He could have definitely killed off both these I-153s. It looks like he will anyway, but... now he's going to lose his Wildcat to it. Here comes a Pack 38. Going to kill off this light armor. Easy peasy lemon squeezy here. Yep. Oh. M8 is getting shots on, though. Oh, M4 getting shots on it, too. It's already stressed out. First shot. Actually bounces. Nope. Oh, there's another one. Oh, C-Fire going after that one. Woo! 13-11 back to Mimile, but we are about to hit C phase. And all of that point advantage will be gone. Look at, there's like nothing here. Oh my goodness, this was, Mimile threw so many points away down here. Bobr, that was a really nice play. He came in under, dodged the A, and came up this way. That was the right thing to do. He's got to get out now, though. Specatins are so damaging. It's crazy. We're now going to the C phase. I am not feeling good about Mimile's chances here. I mean, a lot of his units aren't even like high quality anymore. His it doesn't look like he really called in Legionnaires in phase B. He called in mostly these like cheap units, which is fine. I mean, cheap units are great. They're not great when that's all you got on the map, though. And you're fighting some of the strongest infantry in the game, especially at CQC. It's one thing if you were fighting them at long range. It's another thing when you're fighting them up close and personal. Taka and Puya just chilling out here to view things. Uh-oh. Is this going backwards? It is. Why is this going backwards? Mimile, what are you doing? Here comes the Blenheim. Bombing strike on that Sherman. Sherman moving. Should be able to dodge. This is moving pretty quick. Yep, full dodge there. Very nice. So Mimile's still holding that 14-10. And he's actually re-grabbed his hill, basically. If he had a Sherman here instead of that stupid Stuart, he might actually be able to walk around, like, safely fight off this Pack 38. Oh, CC here, actually getting caught out. Legionnaires pushing forward. Mimile back to a 15-9. All right, we're seeing the effects of the income advantage here. 800 points is a lot of points. That cannot really be understated. How many points 800 points really is. That's a crap ton. I mean, that's like a whole nother 10 minutes almost. Like when you think if you're playing balance, you're getting 110 points a tick. You're getting 1,100 points in a tick. 800 is nearly an entire another 10 minutes. Like, I mean, I can't believe YuYu. I assumed he picked first or second and picked V for victory, and Mimile obviously took. I mean, he obviously then took the, you know, Maverick, thinking the same thing I'm thinking. How could he ever survive the deficit? Now we're finally seeing those 75 mils. Oh, here comes the PE2. This is a very good AT plane. It kills things very consistently. Very good resilience. Significant upgrade over the I-153. Immediately kills off that Sherman that was kind of holding down the line over here. Does have the M10. The M10 can definitely die to this AT. So Mimile at the 15-9, and he only has to hold for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is a lot, though. Based on how things have gone up to this point, 10 minutes is not a short amount of time. Stewart getting hit by this 75 mil. Again, if this was a Sherman, wouldn't really matter, but it's not. And down it goes. These do, how much does the heat shell do? Versus the AP, they're both 8. Get a lot more penetration though. Anyway. Yeah, I have many questions. 75 mil is getting hit by the M10 now. But it is now gaining position. M10 is exactly like a hardcore HE gun. Here comes that heat round. Oh. M8 apparently is not on target. No, it's not. Alright, machine gun trying to hold the ground here. JU getting chased down by that C-Fire. Will the C-Fire take it out? That'd be a big kill. Oh no, he's going after the 75 mil instead. Not sure how I feel about that one. Trailer's getting in position though. Mimile's still holding that 15-9, keeping the pressure on. Will that M8 get its shot off first? It will not. Oh, another armor piece down. Half-track up north going down. Oh, no, he does get out. This half-track dies. He'll probably lose this flag. He needs to throw an infantry unit here just to hold this. He's coming down south. Now he's bringing out the medium armor. Well, the M10s aren't exactly medium armor, but he lost the M10 on the hill. Right there. CC should wipe these guys out. I mean, the half-tracks are great here, except that. Yep. There's some Legionnaires. There's some guys who can actually do something. Oh, back to a 14-10. We lost this flag here. The Sappos can, of course, beat the Ratsuvaki, but they can't get out safely to get there. Legionnaires pinned down over here. Doesn't have a nice set of troops just chilling out here. I'm not. The 75 mil has a invisible sight line. You see how that's different? That's bull. But anyway, huge attack coming up north. I shouldn't say huge, but 5 men. Oh no, there's T-26. This is a pretty big attack, and there ain't much here to stop them. There's basically nothing there to stop them. We'd have another M8. Wow. Okay. Apparently, Mimile really likes these little M8 things. They're only 30 points. I get the appeal, but my goodness, I don't think they're that powerful. And again, especially against Raappana, where you're just, all you're doing is turning on his AT. I think if Mimile had just piled on the Shermans, YuYu would have had so much more trouble in this game defeating the armor. Like, it would have been extremely difficult for him to beat all this armor. Oh, M8's getting hit by that 75 mil. 75 mil's getting the first shot, so it's already getting on target. M8 fire, here comes the killing blow. There it is. Yep. Was able to trade, though, so nice kill there. Here comes that I-153. I'm not, maybe it was going for the tank, and it probably was going for the M8. Bobr's in a very aggressive position, but it has to be if you want it to be useful. Still 14-10, but now he's got 14 minutes to kill YuYu, and it's a tall order. The income is finally starting to get closer. Legionnaires caught out. That M8 hitting some infantry. Mimile has not noticed this. His infantry here have died, but they were junky infantry, so it's not spread. And he's calling an M10 in instead of more infantry. Oh, it's just a wall of Yakati. 13-11 now for Mimile. Oh man, things are just slipping. They're slipping for him. Machine guns everywhere, more CCs. CCs are so good. One of the best units in the game, in my opinion. This double, like, these things are absolutely disgusting. Like, they're just so disgusting. Oh my goodness gracious. More Blenheims coming in. That Air Force still continues to grow here for YuYu. It's one of those things that's easy to forget when you're playing against Raappana. You think you're doing okay, you know, you're killing stuff, you know, their little cheapo units are dying. But then you get to C phase and you're like, have I shot down any planes? And you realize you might not have. And all of a sudden they live in an Air Force of like 7 or 8 planes and you're just like, what's happening to me? Yeah, and YuYu takes this hill easy. He's grabbed this. Just piles of infantry. They're all 20 points. I mean, why not? See? 20 points. 20 points. 20 points. Everything's 20 points. Except for the CCs. They're 30. Because they're very good. Here you go. P2 taking out that M10. Easy. This is what he should have called in last time. Way too late for this now. Other infantry going down there. I mean, and he is running out of, again, more light. What is with him in these M8s? What's his obsession with these things? Do they have heat shells? They don't even have heat shells. Like, what's he planning to do here? No. Oh. Oh, this is hard to watch. Oh, stop. Oh. Mimile, stop. Please. Please. You must cease. Legionnaires go down to the Akari. Sapeurs have no chance. I mean, if they're at full health, I'd give them the edge in the one-on-one. Probably not in a two-on-two. Oh, P10 takes out another M8. Oh God, infantry died in the transport. Oh. Wildcatch is flying around to die. Yep, he's flying over the Veketans, which Mimile knows are there. He's doing a Bushido here. Going the way of the warrior. Kamikaze. Oh no, he actually got out. E2 just floating around laughing at him. Loser. Yeah, he needed to send these Tirele pioneers like way before so they were actually in the woods. Even the Akari can beat them at long range. CC just so disgusting. 40 mil is all the way up here and still isn't stopping anything. Oh man. Oh man. Leader survives though. So Mimile continues to hold his 1311. His desperate 1311. He's down to 10 minutes, but he's about to lose this, and he'll lose this flag here. This whole thing. And the walls come a tumbling down. Yep, there they go. Oh. This guy will die. He finally got some infantry in here, so at least hold these flags for the time being. But based on YuYu's playstyle, YuYu's just gonna throw troops at this. Yep. He'll be capturing that momentarily. He'll have this flag, so for the first time here, Mimile picking up that 1311. Maybe not the first time, maybe sometime in A phase he had it, but it's been quite a while since YuYu was sitting on the positive here. I mean, it looks like Mimile didn't even bring, like, he brought one card of Sherman's. I am in shock if that's what he did. I didn't look at the deck list. Apologies. But that's what it looks like. Because I cannot fathom any other reason why you bring M10s in instead of just Sherman's. Right, there goes that flag. Oh, he did manage to grab this one back, but he's just driving troops in there. Here comes. Boom. Dead. Oh, man. 75 mil catching these guys out. Oh. Oh, it's hard to watch. 30 minutes in, YuYu finally flipping it around. He's got 20 minutes. Remember, it is also a time limit thing. But, I mean, just look at it. There's barely anything here. Down goes another M8. I mean, that was already turret stuck, but... yeah. T-26... yeah, I think just some really poor deck building and macro mistakes here from Mimile. In terms of what to call in and what to use. Like, he literally turned on every piece of AT in YuYu's deck. Like, I just don't fully understand why you would call in all light armor when you're fighting Raappana, which only has AT that can really deal with light armor. And sort of deal with a medium tank from time to time. Like, why? Like, why is your main unit you call in an M8 and Stewart? I'm sorry, Mimile. You're a much better player than me, but I severely question your choices here. I am in severe questioning of the choices you made. 18 minutes left, but... well, on the flip side, it's still only 13-11. I mean, YuYu has not picked up enough to win. Although I guess 18 minutes... No, it should be about here, so YuYu would still lose at this point if he keeps only a single tick. But... Oh, the 40 mils out of the ammo. Oh, no. Like, yeah, it should have been like 2 howitzers up here. Like, there's nothing he can do about those. Dead. Yep. The air continues to thicken. These DO-17s flying with disregard. Complete disregard for anything. Abandon. They're flying with abandon. Up now. Oh, and there is 16-8 all of a sudden. A push over the bridge here. The only flag left that Mimile's holding is one down south in terms of like ones he's actually captured. And there's the bubbles. There's the collapse. Oh! Oh! M10 gonna try to take out these Ratsuvaki. She'll probably succeed here with this second shot. There it is. YuYu going for the cheeky reinforcement grab. Is he doing it again? No, he's not doing it again. He's not getting that. He's not that ballsy. Yeah, now, you know, obviously, YuYu now has a pretty significant income advantage at this point. He's now up 300 or 400 points. It's only going to keep getting deeper. And so we did have more Legion units here. Oh, man, this is ugly. Oh, here comes the Air Force. Again, this is what all of a sudden happens. I mean, it's obviously been happening, but like a lot of times it doesn't happen so early. 40 mil finally does get some ammo, so the AT guns planes were pushed off. So lucky there, at least. Now the Artie's coming down the 40 mil. 40 mil immediately falling back. Hawk going after, ground attacking. Gonna miss that 40 mil though. It's already falling back. M8 goes down to the T26 again. That was a Sherman, never happens. M10 dies to T26. Well, kills the T26, excuse me. Yeah, Cardi capturing. It's still 17-7, so now I don't see any way. Oh god, more deaths in the transports. Yeah, I don't see any way Mimile gets back into this one now. I mean, even once he gets into the woods with those guys, I guess those are Kavadi and not... The Ratsuvaki and not Yakari. But they still have Swamis. Like, Swamis are so disgustingly good. It's a little insane. I mean, they should be, because there's not many divisions that actually use them, and they're like the backbone of those divisions, but still. They are really good. I mean, there's no getting around that fact. Yep. There we go. Now fighters are strafing the AA. Because they can. Ratsuvaki will finish it off. Now that the AA is gone, here comes the P2 to kill off the M10. Once the armor's gone, there's nothing here holding them back. Down it goes. Yep. Mimile about to collapse down south as well. He's regrabbed this one momentarily. And Mimile throws in the towel. Not very surprisingly. 35 minutes, 50 seconds here on Bobr. YuYu taking the match with a 2-0 win over Mimile in a very impressive fashion. Using V for victory both times. 4,065 to 2,530 kills. Really quite impressive. Using Raappana on Bobr. But, I mean, again... From the argument side, I really don't think Mimile took advantage of what his division could have done against Raappana. Again, really odd. Again, like, just look. Like, look how good this 45 mil was. Because it's all light armor. And then, yes, DFL has a lot of light armor. That doesn't mean it doesn't have a lot of Shermans and stuff, too. More howitzers. I mean, I thought he'd just be spamming howitzers everywhere. The stupid 105 ones that are, like, disgustingly good at 2,000 meter range. Like... And he used so many cheap infantry. Like, DFL has cheap infantry, sure. Yeah, maybe you need a card here or there, and that's fine. 20-point infantry or 20-point infantry. But you have so much elite units, so many elite and strong units, and I just don't feel like we saw that many of them, other than A phase. And after that, a little bit in the B phase, and then just stopped. Like, he just started bringing in all, you know, trash troops. I hate to call them that, but that's kind of what they are. So yeah, really just odd choices in my opinion. Not how I would have played that if I were in Mimile's shoes. But then again, Mimile's better than me, so perhaps I shouldn't talk. But on the flip side, he did lose, so perhaps I can talk this time. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, guys, and have a fantastic day.